Grizzlies win tonight in Detroit, 109-103, winning their second straight on the road, a second straight game. And Desmond Bane was fantastic. 38 points for Dez tonight in the Grizzlies win as they win it 109-103. Welcome to Grizzlies Live Postgame, presented by your Mid-South Ford dealers. Welcome to the show. Grizzlies win it tonight over the Detroit Pistons. Brevin, the first thing I think of when I see this win tonight is, the effort was there. The sense of urgency seemed to be there for the Grizzlies. And it's nice these last two games to be able to talk about that and talk about the result being there as well.
Yeah, because we can talk about there being fourth quarter performances for this Grizzlies team. The thing that they weren't getting fourth quarter finishes. Well, they got great starts in this basketball game, and the guy that got it started was the guy that also finished it for the Grizzlies in this game. And Desmond Bane was absolutely fantastic. We said in the first quarter, perfect from the field. The third quarter, they needed another boost to get them going. Desmond Bane provided it. And in that fourth quarter, not just being able to create baskets for himself, found plays for his teammates, but when they needed the biggest baskets, Desmond Bane provided them.
Well, he loves playing in this gym for whatever reason. 49 last year, another big night tonight. And on a night when shot making was really in short supply, the fact that he was able to get that 6-for-6 start helped the Grizzlies have a 3-point lead after one quarter. But I like the way that he was able to bookend the game. Yes. Good start, even better finish, and really a closer from Desmond Bane tonight. And the Grizzlies certainly needed that in the worst way. No John Morant tonight. Well, Morant closed in Miami. Bane closed tonight.
He sure did. 14 in the first quarter. He had 9 in the third quarter, and then 13 in the final frame. That's 22 of his 38 coming in the second half for the Grizzlies. He was terrific tonight. Another guy that was terrific tonight that gave the Grizzlies second chance opportunities, Zach Edey, continuing to keep the ball alive, get the Grizzlies second chance opportunities, and the Grizzlies dominated that part of the game tonight.
Yeah, and also they dominated in the rebounding, and what he was able to do was he kept the basketball alive, and it wasn't an instance of him scoring the basketball. It was him assisting to somebody else. And so the Grizzlies had a size advantage. There was no Jalen Duren in this basketball game. So they had the advantage at the big position, and they used it to their advantage, whether bigs were scoring on one-on-one scenarios or they were keeping basketballs alive to allow the Grizzlies the second chance points. It was terrific to see them be able to do this against a team that is a really good defensively rebounding team.
Well, and Isaiah Stewart coming back from the suspension will bring a level of physicality. Zach Edey matched the physicality and put up 21 rebounds tonight.
17 offensive rebounds for the Grizzlies, just 8 for the Pistons. They outscore them on second chance points, 23-12 in the ball game. For the Pistons, last night they clinched a playoff berth. Tonight they got great news with Cade Cunningham being back in the lineup. He had missed the last couple of weeks with a calf injury. He came out tonight. He was terrific tonight for the Pistons, going for 25 and a nearly double-double.
Just a solid all-around game from him, Brevin, and I don't know if there was a minutes restriction or not, but there was a little rust early with the shot making and a missed free throw, but once he got into the flow of the game, I think everybody got a chance to see why he is an all-NBA level performer, an all-star performer, and will reap the benefits of that financially, but getting this team back to the playoffs after a stretch away.
Yeah, and they will create excitement for this basketball team because, yes, this is a team that almost like the Grizzlies, they like to play in the mud. They want to make the game be physical. Well, with his physicality, he can play physical, but he also has the athleticism to go along with it. And then his skills off the charts for this Pistons team.
Yeah, he was terrific tonight, and Pistons happy to have him back in the lineup. Pistons were without Jalen Duren tonight. Grizzlies without John Morant tonight, who fell ill with food poisoning prior to tonight's game. But the Grizzlies get the win over the Detroit Pistons and win their second straight game, 109-103, the final score. Dez not only scoring, but nice dish to Santi. Grizz win it by 6. We're back after this. Grizzlies win it tonight in Detroit over the Pistons, 109-103, the final score. Desmond Bane leading the way with 38 points and 7 rebounds for the Grizzlies tonight. No John Morant for the Grizzlies tonight, but Jaren Jackson Jr., he was fantastic. Double-double, 27 and 11 for Jaren. And while Zach Edey did not have a double-double tonight, my goodness, what he did rebounding tonight was just crazy. Not only keeping balls alive offensively, but what he did defensively as well.
And, of course, had that big block at the end of the basketball game but his presence physically around the rim was massive tonight. Grizzlies didn't necessarily run plays for him, but he was a big presence around the rim and dishing, kind of like the way Brevin Knight used to do it.
Well, he did it in a little different fashion.
A little different.
Yeah, maybe a little different because a lot of his came off of getting offensive rebounds, kicking the basketball out. But also we saw him with a backdoor cut. Had the ball at the top. Desmond Bane goes backdoor. He's able to drop it down to him. And so you're starting to see more levels to Zach Edey's game. Yes, the rebounding. Yes, the size. But the blocking of shots, the altering of shots, but securing these rebounds. I thought earlier in the year he would get his hands on a lot of rebounds. Just wasn't securing them to start any type break. Well, now securing to start break opportunities also.
Yeah, Grizzlies rookie record with the 21 rebounds for Zach Edey tonight. A first rookie this year in the NBA to also have 21 rebounds, 7 of them coming on the offensive glass. Those 6 assists also led the team tonight for the Grizzlies. Let's hear from the Grizzlies head coach following tonight's win here in Detroit. Here's Tomas Isalo.
I mean, huge impact. He's had an incredible stretch of games. Today, 21 rebounds. I think that's our franchise rookie record, and he also had 6 assists on top of this, but the way he anchored, I mean, plus 20, plus minus stats are always, there's a lot of noise in an individual game basis, but the way he's grasping the tactical nuances, the way his discipline in executing the game plan, and then just relentless in getting after the second shots and screening for our shooters. He's got a very bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, he's been very good in the last 5 games that he has started all 5 of those games as well. This is, it's 2 double-doubles, and then he has a game tonight where he had 21 rebounds as well. He's been great.
Yeah, 10-plus rebounds, I think, in 4 of the last 5 now. Really, really coming into his own, and it's great to see young players blossom. He had the big defensive play, and then Jalen Wells had the big steal at the end of the game, too. And here's what's left for the Grizzlies. And all of them against teams that are playing for something except Charlotte. They're playing for ping pong balls.
Yeah, up next at Charlotte, Tuesday, 5:30, Grizzlies Live, 6 o'clock tip, back home on Thursday with that back-to-back with Denver Thursday and Friday, and then close out the regular season Sunday when the Dallas Mavericks come to town. That's it. We got 4 left, 4 more here on the regular season schedule. Good win tonight. These games are so important, and we were waiting for a win. Got one in Miami. Now to get 2 in a row feels good.
Yeah, it feels really good. And then you look at the Charlotte game, you say you don't want to overlook anybody. You understand what they're doing in terms of not really playing for much. LaMelo Ball won't play in that basketball game. So if they go there, you take care of business. Now you have a 3-game winning streak, and you go against and play against a Minnesota Timberwolves team who you are battling with in positioning. And so, yes, they needed the positive vibes. As they brought the positive vibes from Miami here, see if they can continue them down the stretch of the season.
Second consecutive game, you perform in the clutch, close out a game, and you beat a team with a winning record for the first time since early February.
Well, in the second consecutive game as well, played pretty well defensively.
Exactly.
At least the numbers were pretty good defensively. These last 2 against Miami and tonight against the Pistons, holding Detroit to just 103 points as the Grizzlies won it 109-103. Pistons shot under 40% at 38.5%. Grizzlies just over 41% tonight as well. But the Grizzlies led by Desmond Bane. He had 38. Jaren Jackson Jr., 27 and 11. Grizzlies win it 109-103 over the Pistons. We'll talk to you Tuesday night in Charlotte.